unfortunately, the law is on us, as they say. The Films and Stage Plays Act, Cap 222 of the laws of Kenya, says no film or class of film shall be done without the approval of the board. But you see, this is a 1963 act. It has gone through amendments, but some of those stipulations are long before these digital platforms came. If you are to flood Kfcb with all the content that we want to upload, and there are millions who are going live, they cannot manage the job. What we need to do is create the guidelines and help people. So I don't think it will go anywhere in terms of punitive measures. And like I've said, I've been there for 6 years. Yeah. I created most of those regulations, and I do know when a mistake has been committed. Ogaubina is creating also a platform for the youth to be able to talk and for people to have a conversation. I know the government is looking for money through platforms like this, but we are going to ensure that it's done in a way that we don't kill creativity. So Ogaubina is my mentee, is a friend of mine, and just like Pastor Victor Kanyari, I'm going to stand for these youth. Not from a point of defending them, by ensuring that if it's a mistake, somebody can apologize, somebody can, if it's retribution like we did with Mbarambamba, and there's a fine to pay, we are going to raise money and pay if we must do it. But even in court, you are given a chance to mitigate and to say sorry. So I don't think it is cast in stone. Nobody should discourage Ogaubina. I saw the kind of interviews he's doing, even with the people like Mike Songo, and I think we should not. We should just guide them to ensure that they play within the law, rather than just sending general condemnation. I think it's a matter that has just been brought to my attention, and I'll deal with it.
Yeah. My question, my name is Ezekiel. My question goes to Ezekiel Mutua. One of the key things people are doing is more of content creation, and TikTok is another platform that people use it to generate incomes. As much as people are there to be gifted, we as also we have seen exactly other countries, they are having the monetary value in it, whereby the content creators are being paid. Are you, as Ezekiel, are you also coming up with an idea on how, as creators from Africa, not only Africa but in Kenya, we are going to gain a revenue as we create content on TikTok? Because other countries like Germany, they are being monetized.
Remember, I've been to the forefront of this conversation. I'm the first one who raised the discussion about regulation of TikTok, and with Bob Ndolo filed a petition to Parliament. We appeared before the Parliamentary Committee on public petitions, and we were listened, and we were very clear that we don't want TikTok to be banned. We want it to be regulated, and want to have regulation and a stipulation that are going to help this platform to monetize. And when we raised this conversation, the president, our own president, Dr. William Ruto, called the CEO of TikTok, and we had a conversation. The TikTok leadership and the office from South Africa has been here. I've met them countless times. They've been to Kenya Film Classification Board. So these are conversations that are ongoing, so that even where we need to improve the law, we do it quickly. That's why I went through Parliament. Where we need to have just informal mediation processes, we do that. But the whole idea is to ensure that we enhance the element of job creation and wealth through the creativity of our youth, not to stifle that creativity, but to enhance it. That's why I met Pastor Kanyari, because I saw that as a platform, and I saw the following and the kind of excitement he's creating as something. Even if you told him to leave or you blocked him, someone else will come up. Yeah. There is no stopping these technologies. We can only engage. We cannot ban it or jail people. We have to be reasonable and say, let's have a discussion.
All right, maybe next week, that is May, not June, we are going to have our Facebook pages are going to be monetized.
Yes.
Do you think this is there still, or there is some of the plans?
No, it's ongoing. It's ongoing. Right now, as you speak, you have seen the president this week has been at Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. Yesterday in Washington, D.C. All the deals that are being cut. I think Kenya has never been at the level where it has been taken through this presidency in terms of international networking and getting the attention of the world. Never before have we seen the kind of respect Kenyan president has been given in the visit that is ongoing currently, meeting President Joe Biden, meeting former President Obama, and striking real deals that are going to help the youth. And let me tell you, the money is in digital platforms. So what we are going to do, because it is an ecosystem, you got to understand, my brother, that the government alone will not give you money. Even you guys, you can create all manner of things, but it may not give you money if we don't create the ecosystem so that we monetize the content, we create the rates, we enhance accessibility of these platforms, we enhance the accessibility of the gadgets, so that from the hardware manufacturers to the software developers to the ease of doing business, all these things are done together in an ecosystem, so that all of us must have a conversation. So I'm part and parcel of that. And I think the best way is to go through parliament like we are doing. But the president is leading. He's the highest followed, I think, on X and most of these media platforms. It is a blessing. It is such an amazing, incredible blessing that our president is one of the most followed on this social media platform. Yeah. So we are not talking to an old man who cannot understand. I am one of the most followed CEOs also on X and in some of these platforms. And now I've gone live on TikTok. There's no turning back. So in other words, rather than shy away from these conversations, we are going to have them. And the conversations right now will be, it doesn't help our young people to post obscenity and vulgarities and disgraceful things if they are not making money. What is the use of doing that when you are going to depression? What is the use of doing that and showing yourself having sex or taking drugs, when we can address those issues so that you don't do it for clout? We find a solution. What is the point of doing that? Then you commit suicide. I mean, these are hard conversations that we must have so that government puts money here. Because some of it, these challenges are real. We have young people who are hooked into drugs. We have young people in homosexuality. We have young people who feel lonely and forsaken and nobody's listening. Some have been even chased away by their parents. They have been condemned and hated by society. We have to reverse this. One, by ensuring that our people are empowered. One of the greatest ways of empowering our young people is by having a conversation and allowing this platform to be a platform that is accepted by society. But number two is putting money in the pockets of young people. The moment you have money, you will not seek validation in the wrong ways. Some of these people are being misused by bad people because they are broke, because they are lonely, because they lack mentors. And this is why I called my young people. I wish you can listen to my friend. And I would like at this point, advice. I would like you to bring the element of political leadership and the youth and how you are going to help these young people. Because why I brought him is the one who talks to Kinandeni Zetumbe, is the one who is talking to Malala. You got to bring this into the agenda, the better agenda of the government, and ensure that we do not condemn TikTok, but rather, what can we do from where you sit?
Sure. Thank you, Daktari. My name is Mundalo Advice. I serve as the National Youth Chair for the Jubilee Party, the immediate former ruling party, and we now work in tandem and we support the government. First, I want to appreciate Daktari for inviting me here and for us to be able to have this conversation. And as I said before, it is very good that we are having this conversation at this time. Because we must wipe out the narrative that young people are lazy, they are doing nothing, they are immoral, and all those kind of things. Daktari, as you can see, today we are not doing mainstream media houses, but these are over 20 young people who have been able to come here from wherever they have come from. So young people of this country are hardworking, young people of this country are focused, and you cannot use a few elements of young people to judge the entire spectrum of what young people are about. And two, I want to really appreciate Pastor Kanyari, and I said it before, that we as young people are on the digital space. We are on Facebook, we are on TikTok, we are everywhere. The only way we can be able to get mentorship is when our elders join us and come where we are. They cannot condemn us from the bush and from wherever they are. The CEO cannot condemn young people from his office at MCSK. Pastor Kanyari has the option to condemn young people from the pulpit and nobody will be listening to us. Because as young people, we have real problems, we have real challenges that need real solutions. And that's why all these gentlemen here are self-employed today. Because they are doing something about their life. They have taken initiative to put bread on their table from their own perspective. So one, I appreciate Pastor Kanyari for joining the young people on TikTok. Because it's until you join us that then you can be able to listen to us. You can then be able to understand us. Now Pastor Kanyari can understand the perspective of young people. And I've been sharing with him and he's been telling me so many things that he has learned today that he didn't know. And now he has a better perspective. Now young people have someone they can go to. When they see that Dr. Ezekiel Mutua on TikTok, now they can inbox him about their problems. when they are able to see Pastor Kanyari there, they can now be able to tell him about their depression issues and all those kind of things. But if our elders run away from us, then we have no solution. So Pastor Kanyari, for me, it's an appreciation that first of all, you came there. You came to the marketplace, to where the young people are. Now from there, you can then start correcting them. Of course, with now the leadership of Daktari here and others, now we can be able to convert the following that you are having on social media. We can now convert that following into beneficial use. Because I'm a youth leader in Kenya, but I'm not as followed as you. You can even see your young people here. All they want to listen to is you and Daktari. Yeah. So we are the youth leaders in the country. But we also appreciate the reality that our leaders and you people have what sometimes you have something you can tell the young people that we do not even have. Because some of us, for us to make sense, we come and sit with you, then we disseminate. And there was a question about what government is doing. And I think there has never been a better government that has taken this social media space more seriously than the government that we have today. Yeah. We have seen very serious action by the president to really support this space. I can be able to see SPM bars here. And your CEO today is on trip with the president, and you're not even mentioning that. The CEO of SPM bars, Butita, is walking around with the president. That only shows you how serious the president has put the digital agenda in his government. So for me, all of us, and those of us who are out there, of course we have a few elements, we have a few mistakes that we are making here and there, but we can only correct them when we come together. When Pastor Kanyari is able to now guide us more effectively, when Dr. Ezekiel Mutua is able to now come to these platforms and now be able to inspire young people. I have kept saying, as young people, we have the biggest problem we have is the mentorship problem. The mentorship problem and the opportunity problem. And so when our elders like these ones here, remember, this government has 1,000,001 senior civil servants. Those who take initiative like Daktari to come and provide mentorship, we cannot take it for granted. This country has 1,000,001 pastors. Those like Pastor Kanyari that take initiative to come to our space, we cannot take it for granted. And therefore we mold it from there and push it and see how we can be able to now canvas the better way forward. Yeah.
Thank you. I would like you to listen to a legal perspective. This is a mentee of mine. He has just been admitted to the bar. He's an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. We attended his admission to the bar with the government spokesman just the other day, and I would like him to give. He had given me something. I told him to say it himself.
Okay, mine is very brief. My name is John Mweke. This is amazing that young people are coming together and tapping into the new technologies. Truly, new technologies are here. The fourth industrial revolution is here. We have to keep abreast with it. So young people should adapt to it. And I understand that under Article 33 of the Constitution, we have we have allotted ourselves the freedom of expression, which includes freedom to artistic creativity. Sure. Therefore, young people should not be afraid of being creative and coming up with innovative ways to eke a living from it. Therefore, through this organization and the patronage of Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, we are going to be able to take into consideration the welfare of young people and TikTokers, so that we make sure that they are not verified, so that we make sure that no one defames you, and also no one takes you for frivolous suits in court because of allegations of defamation. We'll guide you through what defamation is and how you can create your content within the confines of the law. And also because we have the national values under Article 10 of the Constitution, which includes the right to public participation. That means that as a big community of TikTokers, therefore, we can come together and present our grievances in beautiful ways like petitions and memoranda. So when we come together, we'll be able to channel our ideas together. We see what we need the government to do for us. We present it in petitions and memoranda. We draft them, and through Dr. Ezekiel, we'll be able to make the same, to present the same for legislation and guidance. Thank you very much.
Right.
So asante sana. We got to go. I have kept a lot of people.
Yeah. But before that, maybe you can hear in 30 seconds from Daktari. You can talk to your fans. Karibu. You can talk to your fans.
Is it live? Yeah. Talk to your fans. Now waambie wa tone down. You know, we have told him to tone down, so he must also pass the same message to his huge following base, and we ensure that we walk the journey together. Toning down does not mean stifling creativity. We'll be creative in whichever ways, but we'll not promote people to kill each other or promote things that will hurt one another. And I think Pastor Kanyari, the platform, even as we go through the mentorship, and I'm so happy that he has admitted there are so many things he didn't know. You know, through the last 3 hours that we've been together, he has admitted that he joined as a joke. He got excited. He got carried away. And I tend to think the fact that we are here, the movement that we are going to start in this country for young people in the creativity and the role that we have given him, the request and the appeal that I've meant to him, and nimemkulisha kiapo, amekula kiapo, ni kwamba ataleta hiyo popularity, creativity and his fan base into a platform where we can help them and they help one another. But maybe Pastor, you have something to add?
Chochote tu kwa mafans tukimalizia.
Okay, sawa. Kwa mafans wangu wote, jana nililia sana. Lakini leo ninacheka. Na ninacheka kwa sababu daktari hapa amenipatia nafasi ya kuwa president of TikTok. Now I'm a new president of TikTok. Kwa hivyo wale wako na mashida kuja kwa platform yangu, niambie ile mashida uko naye na tutasaidiana. Na pia yeye amekubali kuwa one of the TikTokers. Kwa hivyo hata yeye amejoin TikTok. Kwa hivyo hata yeye ni mmoja wetu.
And the chairman of the welfare committee.
Na chairman ni chairman pia.
Mashida yote niletewe.
Tukitukanwa hata yeye anatukanwa na sisi. Kwa hivyo thank you so much for standing with me wakati wote. Na asante kwa sababu ya watu wengi wanaonifollow TikTok. Mimi sikuwa najua kama naweza.
Na wamfuate zaidi.
Na wanifuate zaidi.
Hata mimi umunifuate. Nimeingia tu saa hii.
Hata mimi mfuate.
Umegrow already.
Dr. Ezekiel Mutua. Nimeionyesha. Kuna mtu ako nayo? Iko live? Umeizima leta nionyeshe. Ndio hii
Sasa hivi wamefika watu wangapi?
Walikuwa wengi tu. Sasa hii nimeliona walikuwa naingia kama nzinge bwana. So tuko sawa. So what we are going to do is no sorry. So this one tumeenda wapi? Is this TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, we are on TikTok.
Rudi nyuma.
Yeah. Nataka waone. So this unaona na walikuwa tu 1000, sasa wameingia karibu 2000.
Karibu almost 3000.
Almost 3000. Na walikuwa 1000.
Sasa hii at Ezekiel Mutua 23. Yes. Sasa unaona. So twende namna hiyo. I think let's make this a friendly a family atmosphere. Vibes positive jameni. Mazee, tuweke positive vibes. Tusilete chuki, tusilete ikuwe ni positive vibes na tusaidiane. So we are here and we'll enjoy it together. It's a beautiful platform. Let us enjoy the experience of being on TikTok.
Kuna watu Dr. Ezekiel wanasema nyonga na mia. Kitu kama hiyo.
Nini nimeambiwa waache kunyonga.
Wanasema nyonga na mia.
Nimeambiwa hiyo nikashituka nikasema.
Hiyo daktari ajui what is that nyonga na mia.
Ni nini?
Hao ni watu wako na mashida ya pesa. Ni watu ambao wako na shida ya pesa. Kama anaweza pata tu hiyo 1000, hata hiyo kunyonga na mia atawacha. Lakini anafanya hivyo because of poverty. Poverty is bad. So tafadhali let us help each other, tusaidie watu ndio waache. Tuache kuwa condemn, tuwasaidie ndio waachana na hiyo biashara.
Sawa, asante daktari.
Sana tumeshukuru.
Karibu. Thank you.
Thank you very much.